Well, everyone knows who this character is. Today's topic is shadow banning. If you don't know what the term means, it means corporations who are blocking you from social media. And not only do they block you from uploading to their services or outright banning you from their services, but once you have stuff up, they are stopping others from seeing it. They have an agenda. Now, if you remember on Sesame Street, Kermit and all of the things to do with Sesame Street are teaching children about kindness and sharing. Corporations have a different agenda. Corporations are all about control. And what do they want to control? Us. They don't want anything to change. They have got a vested interest in no change on planet Earth. If you were going to get the root of all evil, it is corporate America and corporate Earth. If you look to some of the things that are on the internet about the concentration of ownership of corporations, it's a very, very tightly controlled thing. And who abuses humans more than corporations? Nobody. So that is why shadow banning happens, because people who have got an opinion that is contrary to the corporate agenda, they don't want our views known to the general population. It doesn't sound very much like sharing or anything to do with kindness. Kindless. The kindless kind of people are the ones that basically are saying, I'm my kind and I don't want your kind on the planet. Now, in some of my other videos, I've talked about the poisoning of the planet deliberately by these kind of people. There's all kinds of news about, global warming, but the new news is about the poisoning of the planet by things like toxic algae, by things like really weird stuff that's sprayed in the chemtrails, stuff that is supposed to be going to cause famine because they're planning on major crop failures. Is this to be concerned about? Well, if you already find the price of food is expensive, the fool is someone who is going to be like an ostrich and bury their head in the sand. This stuff is going on, folks, and by far and large, I am totally shadow banned. The point of the matter is I'm still speaking my voice as much as I can, and I don't seem to be getting many people who listen. Is it because I'm not pleasant to listen to? The corporations hate what I have to say. I'm not going to go too much more on this topic, only to say, if you're a corporate person listening to this kind of thing, or you're a military person kind of thing, or you're a government kind of person, or you're an Illuminati kind of person, your time is up, folks. And the more you try to restrict people like me from being able to speak to the world, the more trouble you're going to find yourselves in. Major hot water. If you think we don't have allies, you're insane. We have got not only the population who is sick to death of whatever the hell's going on, but these major plans you have to exterminate vast amounts of the population are not going to be allowed. If you think somehow it's going to be by blocking me from talking and topping, what topping? Well, what's going to top me? What are you going to do? It ain't going to be easy for you to silence the whole planet, ? It seems like something that you like to do. More and more and more and more, I see you going. In other words, when the shit finally hits the fan and all of your names are in public lights, what's going to happen to you? Are you expecting we're all going to just say, well, come and join our party? Or are we going to say, no? What does it mean for you to belong to these organizations? It means your name has been tarred and it is not going to come off. It's very sticky. What would Kermit say about people who are beyond Oscar the Grouch? It's time for all of you who are working on these nasty agendas to abandon your agendas and turn around and go the other way. That's about all I got to tell you. By the time you get to the point where you ever remember Sesame Street, you're so far lost that it's going to take you 10 years of watching reruns to try and figure out what it means to be human. I'm never going to get finished my lecture, so I'll just end it now and remind you, if you're expecting all of us to welcome you with open arms after the shit you're pulling, maybe you're already in our camp. Because that is basically what we plan to do with you. We plan to let you know, despite all this shit that you're doing, we plan to welcome you into our arms as part of the human family. So when are you going to get with the program? Are you going to wait for the bitter end? Or are you going to abandon these ridiculous, stupid things that are going on day to day? I've had enough chemtrailing. I've had enough shadow banning. I've had enough everything else that is going on the planet by these agendas. You think I'm a small little person and it's no big deal? I'm never going to shut up. That's all I got to say. This is an alligator. You might recognize it as being, belonging to the football team of Miami. But the point of the matter is, these are sharp teeth, and this is a reptile. If you're acting like a reptile, it's time to end your charade. You are not a reptile. And being a reptile means being dangerous. If you think that you're dangerous, you are insufficiently informed, because the reptile personality is a thing of the past. Now, this is kind of a military hat. What else can I tell you? If you are involved with military operations against the population of planet Earth, or maybe you believe the bullshit about geoengineering, it's time for you to quit. Time for you to resign and join the rest of the planet. Time is running short, because the time that you have left is basically what people are going to watch for. And, if you finally figure they're going to either allow these kind of agendas to reach their climax before something happens and you're going to be left, or you're planning to say, well, I was coerced into this, etc., etc., you can't do it, because we know all about each individual one of you. There is nothing hidden in consciousness. So it's time for you to let go of the reins of control. This is a Wolverine. And if you remember Red Dawn, the movie, it's all about the people who have had enough of whatever the hell is going on. You think my threats are idle. I'm not making threats. I'm welcoming you back to the human family. You cannot continue down this path. You think I'm not scared. You don't have to be scared. You have to let go of the fear that drives you into the arms of the ones who are not afraid, but they are massively control drama freaks. And poisoning the earth is not a good idea, because if you think somehow after the world is poisoned that you're going to be able to live comfortably, oh yeah, we got these hidden technologies that are going to clean it all up. Who are they going to dispose of first? The ones that were used. You're being used, and they're going to dispose of you, because once your job is done, they don't need you anymore. Okay, that's your lecture. I am never going to shut up. And if you think there's other people like me who aren't going to shut up, it's true. And if you think somehow you're off the hook once you come back to us, perhaps you are. But if you wait to the bitter end, somebody is going to have to walk the plank. Because I am not the only one who is going to be very, very angry about the situation. And are we going to figure out what to do with you? Most of us are going to say, we have to let go of the past. But there's going to be plenty who are going to say, bull fucking shit. So if you want to walk the plank, keep doing what you're doing. I'm Kermit the Frog. Okay, this is a black hat. A black hat is a critical eye. It's someone who looks at things and says, okay, where are the flaws? The flaws in whatever programs are going on. The biggest flaw is the idea that somehow you are going to be insidious. You are somehow going to keep everything secret. We already know stupid things, but the major things are still being hidden. We don't need to tell you that whatever you're keeping secret is not really anything useful to you. Is that all? I can keep going on and on. But if you're somebody who's kind of involved with hunting, for example, hunting humans' ideas are unbelievable. This is what I'm getting from various sources, that you've got plans to do something like Richard Dawson in the Running Man movie or the Hunger Games. This is unbelievably ridiculous. Unbelievably ridiculous. But if you want to turn it around and have us hunt you, keep doing your stupid, ridiculous plans. I'm saying it with force because we mean business. Who's we? You think somehow that it's only humans on this planet. There are plenty of other kinds of realms that are involved with Gaia. And the other realms are very, very pissed off. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to tell you, you have to read your mythology. Okay, now with no hat at all, I'm going to tell you, usually I mark myself down as being a comic actor and a character actor. If this is all I am, then I'm an Oculus. So why are you shadow banning me? It's because you have got great fear of the kind of messages that I am putting out and people like me. The fear is because you know in your heart of hearts what you're doing is going to get you into hot water with the populations. So just stop.